Hello again, it's Julie Heinrich with CTSI. I'm the Marketing and New Business Development Manager. And last month we introduced our monthly series, All About It, or All About IT. It's really how you want to look at it. And the goal of this series is to talk about anything and everything IT. What it is, what it looks like, maybe where it's going, and to also maybe answer some of your questions about what exactly is going on in the industry. So last month I talked a lot about managed services, and I talked about how CTSI is a managed services provider. Well, what exactly is that? What does that entail? And that's the goal today, is to give you a little bit more information about what exactly is managed services. So years ago, when IT really started, it was more of what you would call a break-fix approach. It was, you call us when it breaks, and then we come and fix it, and then we go on down our way. Well, as things progressed and people started to realize that that really wasn't the most efficient model, and that things a lot of times would actually become bigger problems, managed services came into the picture. And really what managed services is a bit more of that proactive approach. And so rather you call us when something breaks, we're looking at it beforehand to try and fix it before it becomes a bigger problem. Now with technology, like a lot of things, usually there's a smaller problem that starts out and then it turns into a bigger problem if it's not addressed. And that's what was happening with this break-fix model. So managed services came into play to where some of those smaller problems that popped up, we could actually fix before it became a bigger issue, and then all of a sudden you have all this downtime or there's a big expense. So when you think of managed services, think about outsourcing internal tasks to an external team. And that really can have a lot of flavors. So that can be where we are your full IT department, and so anything and everything you need IT-wise, we do. Or it could also be where you do have IT on staff, and then we're that second set of hands to kind of help with bigger projects, overall posture for your cybersecurity and for your IT and hardware. So really managed services has many different flavors, and as I said last month, it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. It really depends on what is best for your business and what you need. So let's dig a little bit deeper into that proactive monitoring aspect of managed services. That's a really important aspect and a key part of what managed services is. So when you think about proactive monitoring, that's looking at what does the health of your network look like? What does the equipment look like? What is the lifespan of that? And is that something that you need to address? As I mentioned earlier, a lot of times when these smaller problems come up, and if you don't notice it, then it becomes a big problem, and all of a sudden you've got this big expense, or you're having to replace this whole big equipment that you weren't planning on because some of those smaller things weren't caught. And that's where that monitoring comes into play, is where you can catch those things, and a managed service provider like us can go into action and try to fix those before it becomes a bigger problem. The goal of managed services is to minimize your downtime. And just like your car needs an oil change every 3 months or so, your IT equipment needs a tune-up as well. And let's not forget cyber threats as well. These are evolving and changing every single day, and the hackers are not sleeping. And with managed services, that's another tool that you have in your toolbox to monitor your network, make sure that there's no bad threats that are coming in, and if there are, how do we mitigate and respond to those? Now at CTSI, we were an early adopter to the managed services model, so we stubbed our toe early and often. But with that experience, we have learned a lot of the tools and solutions that we can put into place to help better protect your business. And really, that's what it's all about. That's it for our topic today. If you have any other questions on managed services and what it entails and how a managed service provider can help your business, please reach out to us. As a reminder, there is a comment section below. We would love to hear from you. Any feedback you have as far as what you liked, what you didn't like, maybe what some of the things that you want to hear more about, or if I can go in a little bit more depth about managed services and what that entails, or a specific topic that you want to hear about. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's where all of these series will be posted. Also follow us on all social media. And then if you do have questions and you don't want to leave a comment, but you want to reach out to us, just reach out to us at marketing@ctsinet.com with the subject line CTSI YouTube. You can also reach out to us on our website, www.ctsinet.com. It also has a lot of resources on there and blogs and all the information that you could ever possibly want when it comes to IT. So what's coming up next month? We will be talking about how a managed service provider can be your Yoda. I know, I've got a Star Wars reference, so get excited. We'll be diving into what exactly that looks like and how we can be your guide when it comes to your business. So thank you again so much for joining us. I'm Julie Heinrich, and I am all about it. See you next time.